Hi, my name is Michelle Burns, and we're here at the first annual International Contemporary Art Fair at the Grand Del Mar here in beautiful San Diego. Thank you, author, for joining us here today. I would like to talk to you a little bit about your role in today's event. We're at the International Contemporary Art Exhibit and Fair, which is a bi-coastal art event and one of the first of its kind. And I understand that you spoke today about art and money. Can you talk to us a little bit about what you covered in your symposium today?
Sure, with pleasure. Originally, the concept was to have a symposium addressing the issue of art as an alternative investment form. I rejected that idea because I didn't want to promote art as an investment. Rather, I thought that there was a common interest in people who collect art in terms of the money matters relating to the collection of art. Most people know very little other than they like a painting they see in an art gallery or at an auction or someplace, and it's something they have to own. They never really think of the financial consequences or what should go into the whole process of acquiring that piece of art. Do they ask where the art came from? How much interest do they have in the provenance? Why are they buying the art? Is this something they think will appreciate? If so, should they own it themselves, or should they buy it and put it into a trust or into a limited liability company? Should they own it perhaps in partnership with another family member? These are things that people really don't think about. And then there's a whole area of what should the relationship with the art dealer from whom they bought the object be. Should they ask the art dealer if he will and contractually agree to repurchase the painting, say, from them at the end of 3 years if they're unhappy with it? And if so, at what price? Should they ask the art dealer what the dealer's cost of the painting was in determining what their bid should be? Very few people, certainly not anybody who's experienced at buying art, will simply pay the asking price that the art dealer suggests. Just because he suggests the price, that doesn't mean that that's the price at which he will be willing to sell it, and that sort of thing I thought we should go into. Mm-hmm. Also, very few people, when they own a picture, understand that they do not have a right to make copies of that picture. Because you buy a picture and love it, you can't use it as a Christmas card because you do not own the copyright on the picture unless you have purchased that separately. There's another strange aspect of California law, only California, and that is if you buy a picture from where the artist is a living artist, when you sell that picture, there is an entitlement by the artist of 5% of the sale price. Now, that can amount to a lot of money, and it is the affirmative obligation of the owner of the picture to find the artist and to deliver a check to them in the event of a subsequent sale. People don't know that.
I never knew that myself. That's quite interesting. Did you find that there were some very good questions that you were able to answer in the symposium?
Well, actually, my role was to ask the questions, and we had 6 very competent panelists who provided the answers. And what I was trying to do was stimulate a dialogue between the panelists and the audience, and I think we succeeded in doing that. We had a representative of a major auction gallery. We had a leading art appraiser. We had the director of the Timken Museum, which is one of our more important local museums. We had we had an officer of Pitcairn, which is a trust and estates management company. So we had good panelists, and the questions were good, and the response of the audience was good.
Great to hear, great to hear. What do you think are the most common mistakes that collectors make when purchasing a piece of art for investment?
Well, I don't think art should be purchased for investment. I think purchasing art is very much like deciding who you're going to marry. If you don't think you're going to want to look at that piece of art every day for the rest of your life, you really shouldn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
There are better forms of investment. The most common mistake that people make is they do not do their homework.